The off season. Wait,
What?
it's
Sorry.
just
Hold on, let's go back. That leads us into Jim.
football season.
There we go. Don't put us back. We're only moving forward.
I'm sorry. It was week 1. Got to get the jitters out. I didn't throw up my
You're
Gatorade.
right. You're right. You did not throw up your Gatorade.
It is football season. We have 3 days. Count them 1, 2, 3 days till NFL football starts, and we had college football week 1.
Wait, 3 days? Yes. Okay. All right.
I drafted both my fantasy football teams.
Yes. Did too. Took part in the last one tonight.
I know.
Feeling real good about that.
Still have one more.
I can't do 3.
Yeah, I can barely do 2.
2 I can do. 3 I start overlapping players and I don't know who to root for.
I'm in 5.
Oh, smoke, smuff. But good for you.
It's a time. I successfully drafted in your league today, Alex, even though
I know. I like your driving and drafting.
I really was only driving for one of them. I was exit hopping. And I missed 2 picks because apparently my phone lost service. So
that's okay.
So
you still got Aaron Rodgers though.
That was one that I made myself.
Yeah.
So college football week 1. First, we'll get into some top 25 scores discussion. Then we'll go through the Big Ten and then any other games and items in college football that we're speaking about. First, on Thursday, in top 25 action, we had number 12 Oklahoma State over Central Michigan, 58-44. Welcome back.
Sounds like a Big 12 score.
Yep.
Sounds about right.
Air raid. That was my air raid siren.
It sounded like gears shifting.
Sorry.
Also, we had number 22 Wake Forest over VMI, 44-10.
Yeah, I think it should be VMI.
And lastly, on Thursday, Alex, I'll let you talk about this game, the backyard brawl, the return of the backyard brawl.
I will speak if Jim stops doing that titty shake in my face.
You're welcome.
I have a lot of feelings on this game. WVU did lose by 1 touchdown. They did cover. 7.5 was the line. They covered. It was entertaining. It was a great game. We threw a pick 6 that put us in the toilet. Neil Brown punted on 4th and inches, and that hurt. Several targeting calls, all of which, except for the last one that actually was targeting, I think were called correctly. The missed catch at the end sucked, but I do, as much as it hurts me to say, it was a missed catch.
Ooh, you know what? You got my respect today.
I will be an adult. I will be an adult about the situation.
Yeah.
We lost, but I think we lost when we didn't go for it on 4th and inches with a beast in the backfield.
Mm-hmm.
So that wraps up our Pitt versus WV talk, and we're moving on.
Wait. What would it be if it was a missed catch?
At the end of the game, is that what you're
talking
about?
What would it be if it wasn't a missed catch? Like
a catch?
A catch.
No, I thought this was like, are other people
blaming this on something else? They reviewed it.
Did you not see it?
They initially called it a catch on like the 1 yard line, and then
no. I'm talking about the ball that went through guy's hand for the pick.
Oh, and resulted in the pick 6.
Oh no, we're talking about the one that would have
at the end of the game
alive.
That was incomplete for sure.
Yeah.
Hold on, I think I have a special guest. First, this is Aunt Lisa.
Hi, Aunt Lisa.
Hi, Aunt Lisa.
Aunt Lisa, do you have any thoughts on the WVU pick game? You have to talk loud.
I went to bed before it was over because I was really tired because I teach 1st grade.
Right.
But I think we should have won.
Yeah. Yeah, Lisa. Yeah.
Perfect.
Good stuff, Aunt Lisa.
You did great, Aunt Lisa. So proud of you. Oh, okay. Watch your chairs.
Any other thoughts on the backyard brawl?
Alex, I'm gonna give respect where it's due.
I didn't know you were serious. My sister drug Aunt Lisa into the podcast.
Because that's what she was yelling for you.
WVU played a good game. I will say that much.
It was the offensive future may be bright, Alex.
Yes. It may be bright.
Yes.
And it's
it is chaos.
So you don't need a defensive if you're in the Big 12. So you're good.
Yeah.
Next, getting into the weekend's games, Friday, Saturday, we have number 15 Michigan State taking care of business versus Western Michigan, 35-13. Side note, just so we all know, they have an offensive lineman by the name of John Coxlam.
That's a hell of a name.
Yes, I was going to say, if you're going to be an offensive lineman and have a cool name, I think that pretty much ranks at the top of the list.
That's up there, yeah.
That's it. Number one, Bama gets it done as usual. Opening week, 55-0 over Utah State.
Yeah, playing no one. Good job, Bama.
Are you upset? What are you worried about? You have an issue?
I just think Bama plays some cakewalks. Like,
and Rutgers isn't a cakewalk for Ohio State?
No.
Okay.
Big Ten is the Big Ten.
Okay.
Utah State is not the SEC.
Okay. Number 3, Georgia shows the world that last year was no fluke, and the defense is still going to be dominant, at least for the time being, throttling number 11 Oregon 49-3.
Okay. Is this more Georgia is that good, or Bo Nix for Oregon sucks that bad?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that Oregon looked like dog shit, to be honest. They really did. But I think Georgia also was making a point that they are still Georgia and they are still good.
Well, because if we give this all the credit to Georgia, like Georgia's just handing the title now.
I think the problem is I'm giving 50-50 out. So I'm saying Oregon looked like crap.
Yeah.
But Georgia's also still really good. But I think there was a little bit of both playing in.
I think Georgia's going to be real tough, and I think Oregon sucks really bad. Really bad.
What I was hoping for was, since my family is now wrecked the podcast, I was hoping that my cousin's boyfriend, he is actually a true diehard Georgia Bulldogs fan. And he was here and he went to the national championship game last week and we were talking about this game. And of course, in his mind, Georgia's just that good. But I would have liked to have invited him up for his opinion on the Georgia game as an actual Georgia fan.
Yeah.
But we were arguing earlier, and I said that I think Oregon is just not that great.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't even know that I'd say Oregon's not that great, but I think Oregon played badly. Does that make sense? Like a good team can play badly. And I think that they aren't as good as everyone thinks they are, and they played badly. And Georgia's still really good.
We'll see.
That was a lot of words to say. I think a little bit of both.
To answer your question, Jim, Bo Nix, not the answer.
Yes,
no.
Bo Nix wasn't the answer for anyone. Bo Nix wasn't the answer for Auburn. He ain't the answer for Georgia.
Yeah.
Number 6, Texas A&M does what they're supposed to do, taking down Sam Houston State, 31-0.
Yay.
In Billy Napier's first game in the Swamp, Florida gets a last-minute interception in the end zone.
Oh, my gosh. That might have been one of my favorite games to watch all
week. It was a great game. I mean, I lost money on it, but still a great game.
I won money on it, but even then, just the hype. I mean, I had the gut feeling when they were in the Swamp, and it was that loud, and Cam Rising had a great run right before that. I'll credit to him.
Mm-hmm.
But I had that gut feeling that Swamp was going to get so loud. There was no way they were scoring.
Yeah.
You know that feeling you get when you're watching a game and you're like, this is not going to end in Utah State.
The way you want it to, yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Well, the way I wanted to was Florida winning. But either way, I could just tell. It was loud.
I agree.
The fog was piped in. But
I think this loss should not affect the rank of Utah. One bit.
I don't know. I don't think it's not going to affect the rank of Utah, but I don't think that if Utah wins out and it comes down to them in the playoff versus someone else, I don't think this loss has as big of an effect as other losses might.
Muff, I understand. I agree with you, Alex. I think you're excuse you. And here's the problem: Utah's in the Pac-12. They're going to play nobody. They're going to get buried, and the big smack in the face for Utah is going to be this damn Florida game. And I think Utah's a legitimate team. And I think Florida's a guy.
So then Florida's a legitimate top 10 team for you. Then.
Yes, I agree. I think they're both very good teams. Of the games I watched, these two teams are great teams. So
I disagree, but
okay. Well,
we can come back to this in 10 weeks.
No team from the Big Ten right now, including Ohio State, made me feel fantastic about the Big Ten.
That takes, you know how you earlier told me that you respected my opinion. I respect that take.
Thank you.
I don't respect the take on Florida, Utah, but
number 8, Michigan. We're going to talk about this quickly and get it over with so Jim doesn't have to talk about it.
Go ahead.
Okay, number 8, Michigan may not have belonged on Jim's TV over the weekend, but they did show that maybe they still belong in the championship discussion. They handled Colorado State 51-7, which if you listen to the betting podcast, I almost took Colorado State plus the points. So I'm glad I did it.
I don't know like why that said championship. It's Colorado State. They didn't say, "Ooh, we're still championship contenders." You beat Colorado State
specifically to stir the pot for you. I did not. Never mind.
That is
Oklahoma.
bogus.
Number 9 Oklahoma.
It's bogus. What they did, they won. They did what they're supposed to do. They actually had offensive output and their defense.
So that game kept them in the conversation for the championship.
I think it solidified that they should at least continue to be part of the discussion.
Okay.
Number 9 Oklahoma uses 21 points in the first quarter to coast to a 45-13 win over UTEP.
I didn't see this game. I don't know where I could have seen this game.
This was a sprinkle for me, and I won money on this one too.
There you go.
Good job.
Oklahoma to cover.
Number 10 Baylor dispatches of Albany 69-10.
Look at that. 2 Big 12 teams in a row taking care of business.
Against no one, Alex. Shut up.
Win's a win.
Sorry, I've been really well behaved. I just had to go after it once.
Got to start 1-0, Jim. You got to start 1-0. Start
All right. Yep.
Number 13 NC State survives a scare and a last-second field goal try by East Carolina, winning 21-10.
Freaking college kickers, man.
Man, North Carolina.
10 is 21-20.
The moon in North Carolina was messing up teams, man, because it was a wild weekend.
First of all, if I'm NC State, I am not opening my season going to ECU.
Never again. Correct.
And ECU did not look bad. I mean, I don't think they're going to win anything major, but
no, absolutely.
NC State did not look great for as much hype as they've been getting. This is their highest start in a while.
Yeah.
Number 14 USC announces to the Pac-12 and college football that they're not messing around this year, putting up 66 points in their win over Rice.
Here's another one of those that, like, yes, they destroyed Rice. I'm glad that USC looks good. But again, it's Rice. So I want to see the Utah USC, if that ever happens this year. I don't know if they're scheduled. I want to see USC against somebody. I want to see them actually make it happen.
USC is going to have to play someone good before they actually
right. They need a coming out party, and Rice ain't it.
Exactly. They can whip all these bad teams, but until they beat someone worth it, I'm not going to buy into the hype.
Yeah.
Not to be outdone in points, number 16 Miami tallies 70 en route to their 70-13 win over Bethune-Cookman.
Wow.
Next.
Sounds like Alex is going to Jim's side on these discussions.
Some of them I really am. Like Bethune-Cookman, come on. I mean,
yeah.
I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying that I don't agree that you have to start small and work up, but I'm saying I'm not getting excited until Miami beats someone.
Number 19 Arkansas uses a solid running attack by both the quarterback and running back and capitalizes on Cincinnati mistakes and poor discipline to beat the number 23
Holy
31
penalties.
Yeah.
I mean, so Luke Fickell is usually to me at least, the poster child for like calm, collected, like having a good time, rallying his boys. He looked mad at one point. Like his face was getting red and he was trying not to, but he was about to blow his top. I mean, I don't remember the exacts, so I'm sure I'm a little off on this, but they were 3 yards. They were first down, third goal to go, 3 yards, goal to go. And they ended up somehow out of field goal range with penalties. And then the best is they were still kind of in field goal range. It would have been a long field goal. And they got a penalty on that for the illegal formation and ended up outside and had to punt.
I will say, Luke Fickell, James Franklin, Mac Brown, even Ryan Day and the coach for Notre Dame, who I can't think of right now.
Freeman.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman. Guys who you think should have had their teams ready to go, like discipline-wise, conditioning-wise. I did not see the performances out of those teams that I thought should have been ready. And you can't blame it on the COVID year anymore. Like, they were not ready to go mentally. So, I agree with that. Luke should have been pissed. His team did not look like a Luke Fickell disciplined team.
Number 20, Kentucky over Miami, Ohio, 37-13.
Rough start for Kentucky, and then they just took over, which is why I was like, "Oh, Miami of Ohio might win this," on the betting show, and then Kentucky was Kentucky.
Will Levis, their quarterback, could also be at Penn State right now. Sean Clifford is the reason he's not there.
Drinking mayonnaise in his coffee and eating bananas with the peel on. Have you heard that? Yes, look it up. He drinks mayonnaise in his coffee and eats bananas with the peel on it.
Will Levis?
Who does?
Yes. From Kentucky, yes.
All right.
Look it up later.
Will. Number 21, Ole Miss beats Troy 28-10.
Now when you're talking about people you play that suck and you should have beat by more, that's alarming if I'm an Ole Miss fan.
Yep.
I don't know. Troy always is competitive at some point in the year with some Power 5 team.
I don't know. All right.
Dana Holgerson led for Houston, ekes out a 37-35 win over UTSA, needing 3 overtimes to get the job done.
Dana Holgerson being Dana Holgerson.
Okay, I like that. That was a good take. That was a great take.
Just being honest.
Number 25 BYU wins over South Florida 50-21.
That's solid.
They're gonna let us down like in week 6 or 7. Like that's what I thought about that. Like, damn it, I'm gonna get all bought into this, and they're gonna climb up the rankings, and I'm just gonna get let down.
Yes.
Number 4 Clemson will be taking on Georgia Tech today on Monday.
Probably take them up, just destroy them.
I agree. All right, Jim, have at it.
Ohio State, number 2, puts away Notre Dame in the second half using the ground game. Coming out on top 21-10. I'm going to keep the tradition alive and give you the Columbus feel. There was a lot of concern with CJ Stroud and his lack of running the ball and wanting to get physical in the first half. There was claims of like, this man is not elite. This man is wimpy. I'm one of those guys that was concerned, like, what is this guy doing? He open lanes and he just is hanging on to the ball. Everybody was pumped that the defense only gave up 10 points. Like, you would have thought we like won a championship because the defense looked so good. And that running back could be the second coming of Ezekiel Elliott, the way everybody's talking. So overall, I feel pretty good about it.
One game. It's one game.
Yeah.
Right? Just like everybody else, it's one game.
What do we got? Arkansas State next week. So
there's a game. Oh my god.
That's what I mean. Like, it's Ohio State gets their softball next week.
You're putting a cake team in there?
Oh, absolutely.
Most of us are, let's be honest. Who's Penn State got next week?
Probably Rice.
It's a cake. It's a cakewalk game. So is WVU, so I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, we all get them. Doesn't mean I like it.
I think all 3 of us actually kind of started out strong and then end up with a cakewalk week 2.
Yeah.
Which brings us into the rest of the Big Ten. Minnesota over New Mexico State 38-0.
Good. That I feel real good about that. Because of our Big Ten breakdown, that's one that came through for us.
Right. Indiana takes the Mike Allstott hit stick pick of the week.
Kapow, pow, pow.
In the parlay of death.
We haven't got a noise.
We don't have one for that, do we?
No.
That's this noise.
They put it to bed early. We were out of the running on Friday.
Yeah.
Beating Illinois 23-20 on Friday night.
Illinois, I still contend, is a good team.
We had the reception or not reception in the end zone that may have turned the tide of the game. It was not the end of the game, so it wasn't game deciding, but it could have made the momentum shift in that game if that were to have gone Illinois' way.
Yeah.
So screw the refs. Maryland over Buffalo, 31-0.
Good job, Maryland. Let's keep that up.
That crowd, though. Did y'all see pictures of that?
No, was there like no one in the stands?
No one.
That's 3 years ago. I was at the Penn State Maryland game,
and nobody was there either. Just you.
the Penn State fans tried to, the college age students tried to take.
Did Keith go with you?
They tried to take over the student section, and security had to kick them out because there were more Penn State fans going into the student section than there were students from Maryland.
Good grief.
So they had to keep the peace. Rutgers takes down Boston College 22-21.
I should probably wait for the betting season or betting show. I'm sorry to bring this one up.
Yeah, you leave that one alone, okay?
Okay, got you.
And remember, I got a receipt for you too.
Hashtag FSF.
Yeah. Rutgers, we shouldn't say takes down. Rutgers squeaked by Boston College.
They were the underdogs.
They're the underdog, Jim.
They only won by a point. I understand the whole gambling thing that we do, but a Big Ten team squeaked by Boston College.
A team that they were supposed to lose against.
Okay, let's move on to Scott Frost, who in the first half I thought was going to lose another one.
To freaking North Dakota.
Right.
So the Cornhuskers win 38-17.
Thank God he rallied.
Thank God, or maybe he should have just lost it, and that could have been nail in the coffin. That's kind of how I was looking at it.
Yeah.
Just waiting for it to happen.
Yes.
Iowa used 2 safeties in the second half to win a baseball game 7-3.
Painful.
Good grief.
So just keep in mind the score was 3-3 going into the second half, and Iowa got 2 safeties to get to 7 points.
So do you look at your offensive coordinator and fire him on Monday? Be like, you're done. Like, my defense had to win the game, literally.
You have,
Dude,
I don't know.
Potentially, yes.
If it wasn't South Dakota State, maybe not, but oof.
Good grief.
In the tale of good teams win and great teams cover, Penn State squeaks out a 35-31 win over Purdue Thursday night.
Alex, I'm only going to speak to you and not my other cohort.
Okay.
Okay. Did you watch that game?
Yes.
Give me
I should say I watched the end of that game. Sorry.
I only watched the end of the game. Give me your unbiased take of what you saw.
Penn State holding on for their life.
Do you feel like those players were prepared?
I felt like they could have been more prepared.
Do you feel like those players looked like they were conditioned well?
I did not pay enough attention to have an accurate opinion of that.
Okay.
I do not think I expected more out of Penn State. How about that?
Would you put the blame for that performance on the quarterback or coaching?
Not the quarterback, but I don't know about coaching. I think overall it just was not a complete game.
I rest my case.
He didn't put it on coaching. What
He
case
didn't put it on the
did
quarterback.
Alex just make for you?
He did not put it on the quarterback.
He didn't put it on coaching either.
I didn't want him to put it on the quarterback. That's all
as
I
a
wanted.
team, I don't think it was as crisp as it could have been.
That's fine.
I'm trying to figure out where the discipline was lacking. If you just watch the end of the game,
there were so many bad plays.
Such as, I need examples.
Next game I watch, I will at minute and time and series, I will write this stuff down for you.
I mean, if you watch the end, you just saw Joey Porter Jr. break up like 5 passes. And then you saw Sean Clifford take him down and score. I'm trying to figure out where the undiscipline was.
There were penalties. There was holding. It was just bad.
Okay.
Are you going to tell me they were a disciplined team and they look conditioned?
I don't know where the conditioning comes into play. I'm trying to figure that out.
They look gassed.
I don't remember seeing people look that gassed, Jim.
Okay. All right.
Get into the
bad,
fun. Get into the other fun. Have at it.
Team
the Virginia Tech game. I love, as a Mountaineer fan, I do love this. The Virginia Tech game was delayed because coaches got stuck on an elevator, and then they lost the game, and a player got mad and pissy and hip checked an Old Dominion student who was rushing the field. Not just a light hip check, I mean a hip check into oblivion as they stormed to the field after the upset.
More on this in quick thoughts, but there's more that happened at this game. But I want to save it for quick thoughts.
Yes, I was going to say, I'm glad we're bringing that part up. Oh, sorry, my little brother.
So real quick, Penn State had 5 penalties all game. So
we're at those probably the ones I saw, my ass.
Just wanted to point that out.
Let's talk about our guys.
The Chanticleers of Coastal Carolina still have Grayson McCall, who's a quarterback last year, who we kind of slated as one of our guys. And
He is our guy. You still got the mullet?
I just saw the highlights. I didn't see the actual game.
Okay.
But they take down the world's best soldiers, beating Army 38-28.
Still our guys.
Still our guys. Any other games?
Does he still have a mullet?
You just missed all that because you're busy showing the room.
No, my little brother came in. There he is.
What are you eating?
What you got there, buddy?
Cake.
Nicholas, in other sports news, since we're on a sports talk, went from unranked cross-country runner to 10th place.
All right.
This week. There was a big hill. He beat kids up the hill.
That's what you do across country. So good job.
Good job.
Running
Moving on to the
running is exciting.
Running is exciting. It's a life skill.
Cake is exciting too.
He says cake is exciting too.
Yeah, it's balance.
Yeah.
All about balance.
Right. It's all about balance. Moving on to the USC Gamecocks.
Yeah.
There's some drama there.
Sir Big Spur is the name of the rooster who has attended the University of South Carolina athletic events since 1999.
Mm-hmm.
There have actually been multiple, as you can imagine, Sir Big Spurs over the time. They were brought to the games by Mary Snelling and her husband, Ron Albertelli. An article in the Post and Courier discusses their anger over Beth and Van Clark, who have succeeded them in providing a rooster for South Carolina. The Clarks use roosters with their combs, a red crest, which is a red crest on the rooster's head. And they said, we raise these Gamecocks to be mascots. The only reason they have them. The mascots need to be, I feel, branded with university. We also want the birds to be as healthy as possible. When the combs are off, they can't handle heat as well. But Albertelli said, a chicken is a chicken, but a fighting gamecock is something different. This is dumbing down the Gamecocks. I don't know what culture in our day and age means, but if it means making a gamecock look like a chicken or not hurting him because it might make the chicken feel good, it's not preserving what we've built. This is dumbing down our culture.
The show is now chicken related.
Wait, so apparently the naming of the rooster was a big thing. So the campus...
It's not a rooster.
It's a gamecock.
It's a gamecock. So they sent out this poll to the university and wanted suggestions on what the name of the new rooster should be. And one of them was Cock Commander, and that is what everyone picked overwhelmingly. And the university quickly shut that down and said that it would be referred to as the General, which apparently was some famous general named, I don't know. It was a whole story, but it became back to, they're like, let's just keep it Sir Big Spur and play it safe. But the best part of the whole thing is when I say overwhelmingly, I mean like 7,000 to like the next closest was like 400 votes.
I just want to know, like, we've all A, worked on a college campus, and B, went to college. I want to know, like, we sit around a meeting, right? And we go, you know what, guys, let's send it out to a campus what we should name the rooster. And how did they not think it was going to be Cock?
Exactly. And how did we not think it would go badly?
It was, yeah, that was not going to end well.